You bullshitting me or you just... You bullshitting me, right? You bullshitting me. You bullshitting me. At 9:21 a.m., Port Authority of New York and New Jersey ordered all bridges and tunnels in New York City closed. He's still in New York. I told you. 9:21 a.m. Port Authority of New York and New Jersey orders all bridges and tunnels in New York City closed. You know how big of a deal that is? Do you understand? I don't think y'all understand how big of a deal that is. I don't think... Do you understand how big of a deal that is? No, get out of here. I'm not trying to buy no pussy, bitch. Do you understand how big of a deal that is? Closing all of the bridges and tunnels in... Okay, so what's one of the biggest cities in the world for commerce? Could I say something? The way that we tackle some of these conversations, would it help if I was just more ghetto and less actually knowing what I'm talking about? Sometimes I think that'll help. Like, that'll make more people want to watch the content if I was more ghetto and I didn't, like, bring things up. Like, the ramifications of of some of the things that's gonna happen. Shout out to Prince to Amir dropping the Cash App in the chat. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops in Cash App, y'all. Shout out to D Candy Man. He said that's very big. All tunnels closed like that movie. Yes! What's one of the biggest cities in the world for commerce? New York City. Okay, so I break it down a little bit better so we get a little bit smaller understanding, right? For the people in the back, right? Let's not talk about that real quick. Let's talk about something else, right? So the president sends out a tweet. Yes, exactly, D Candy Man. So the president, when Trump was president, he sent out a tweet at 3 o'clock in the morning and it affected the stock market. Just a tweet. An idea, an opinion. Trump will post it at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and it would affect the stock market the next day. Imagine how trucks not being able to drive through New York City into New York City to deliver goods is going to affect the stock market. Is these things that people don't think about? Is these things people don't think about? Or am I just talking about stupidity? Let me know. Am I just talking about stupidity? Or is this something that people should really be concerned about, maybe? Or is this something that there might actually be ramifications for? I'm curious. Can we put it in the chat, please? I want to know if I'm just... Because people love to say I'm reaching. I want you to understand what's going on. I just found out about this 2 seconds ago. So this is not something that, well, obviously not 2 seconds ago. It's a little bit of hyperbole. But I just found this out a couple of minutes ago. So obviously this is not a staged thing that I've had time to even think about. And the first thing that comes to my mind is this is going to affect commerce. That's going to affect the stock market. That's going to affect inflation. That's going to affect Bitcoin. That's going to affect the world. That's an ambulance. I don't know if y'all can hear it. I hear a siren off in the distance. That's an ambulance, so somebody got hurt. I'm assuming that they got their sirens on. That's why. That's crazy. They closed all bridges and tunnels. That's bananas, bananas. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have the slightest idea what to tell you. I have zero ideas of what to tell you. How long are they going to leave the bridges and tunnels closed? You do understand there's people that went to work this morning that live outside of New York City. Right? You do understand there's people that live to work this morning in New York City and they live outside of New York City. You do know that, right? You do know that, right? Shout out to Jay Hodges. He says, for the content and the labs at work, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? Will Smith. Jay Hodges pulls up into the saloons. Oh, he's already in the saloon. He walks over. He saunters over to the table. He's walking like he's who's that dude from back in the